Hey guys, so following on from our last video on null factor law, why are we interested in using the null factor law? Well, it's to do with this graphs. When we graph this equation, so this graph here, this parabola, is the visual representation of x squared minus 6x. This is the graph of x squared minus 6x. Now, when this is set to 0, let's think about it like this. Usually it's written y equals x squared minus 6x. You'll notice here, now I'm basically changing the y into a 0. Okay. Now, we know that this is the y-axis. Okay, so I'm going to write this is the y-axis. All right. So when y is 0, that's 0 up and 0 down. So that is basically the horizon, if you want to think about it like that. So this, okay, this is where y is 0. And that's what this equation is describing. Instead of y equals this, it's 0 equals this. So when we solve the null factor law, it tells us when does this line equal 0 on the y-axis. We can tell by looking at it that it's this point and this point. These are the x-intercepts. Okay. Now we've solved it visually here. We can tell that x is 0 when it cuts the x-axis. Y is 0. Now x is 0 when it cuts the y-axis here, and x is 6 when it cuts the y-axis here. So by solving this equation, when y is 0, we're getting the x-coordinates of the x-intercepts of the graph. Now, it might take you a little bit for that to sink in, but hopefully that is a start for you to see why we use the null factor law, because it actually gives us the x-intercepts, or what we call the roots of a parabola.